All right. It's Jared here from Crypto Plan. How's everyone going? I hope you're all right. We're going to do something different today. We're just going to practice a little bit of our charting price predictions based on underlying assets. So we're going to use that Mag Silver chart and the silver chart to try and predict where Mag Silver will go in the future. Now you can do this on any chart that is going to react heavily to our corresponding asset. Alright, let's get into it. Let's like the video. Let's subscribe to the channel if you're new to this and you like the kind of technical analysis lessons, and click the notification bell also if you so desire. We're going to make this one short, sharp and sweet, and I'm going to try and talk you clearly through what I'm doing. So I've started off with a bunch of stuff on the chart. So we're using the March dip as the indicator because it's the perfect time when everything went to the bottom, and then we're going to use the silver pump up, in August as the, or the silver local high in August, and then also Mag's high in August as the kind of the measurement tool, right? So over here on Mag's chart, from the bottom of March in the dip all the way up to its highest price in August when silver spiked the first time was 541%. So the same move, the same time period, or the same kind of price action of the underlying commodity was 156% move. So we're just going to come over here and grab our calculator, and we are going to, so what have we got to do? We've got to go 541 divided by 156. 156 equals, so that gives us let's say a 3.5, just for round numbers. It's a little bit of an exaggeration, but the thing is, it's not too much of an exaggeration. I'll explain that later, because Mag Silver make money at $5 silver. So that's their cut even. So they make money at $5 silver. So anything after that, so they make it at $10 silver. They're doubling their profits. At $15 silver, they're tripling their profits, and blah blah blah. So their profits go parabolic, while the price of silver slowly goes parabolic, but there's a separation in the parabolicness, if you like. Okay, so we've got a 3.5 times leverage, right, on this particular silver mining stock. So the next move I'm measuring is that potentially silver is going to go to its all-time high. It's going to test its all-time high. Maybe it'll overshoot, but we'll just go to the all-time high for now. So from the bottom here to the all-time high, we're looking at 130% move. So if we times that by the number we have over here, so times by 130, times by 1.3 equals 4.5 leverage. So we're going to do 4.5 times that, so that would be 450%. Is that right? Yeah, so 450%. So we're going to come over here and we're going to say that Mag Silver is going to do 450%. Somewhere up there. So that's going to get us, when silver reaches all-time high, we could expect that if, things are similar, that Mag Silver will go to $77. Now, from the price right now, that is, from the price right now, that is nearly a 3x, right? But, for me or for anyone that may have been holding this stock already, cost base is a little bit lower, around 18. So, I'll be getting a 2 or a 3x. And that's what I'm expecting out of this stock. I bought a decent amount of it because it was a solid, predictable play coming into production. They're going to be pumping lots of ore through their mill, lots of high-grade ore through their mill from the end of this year onwards, right? So anyone that knows about Mag Silver, do your own research on them. They've got probably going to have one of the biggest mines in Mexico and the highest grade silver in Mexico, lasting from anywhere from 17 years probably up to 30 or 40 years at this stage as they keep proving out the ore body. So that's our, that's our kind of, safe move, we could say 77. But what about if we, went to, my long-term kind of price prediction for silver based on, a larger cup and a handle move, right? So if we kind of look back over here, might even have to go on the monthly chart to get this better view. So if we go on the cup and handle, and basically if from here we're going to do this move again, and I'll get my particular tool out that'll help me do that. So from this base here, if we were going to kind of repeat that again, excuse me, TradingView has decided to change the way it operates. So that repeat that move again would get us 199. But I'm going to kind of just do it based on my other analysis and a kind of conservative figure of 170, right? So we'll stick with that because I don't want to overshoot the mark. I'd rather kind of make sure that we take profits and we don't want to see things not hitting targets and then not knowing what to do, right? So we've got a 668% move from here if we were to do that. So if 668% move times our 3.5, so we're going to come over here and we're going to go 668 times by 3.5 equals, so we're going to do a 2,338% move in mag silver. So if we were to do that 2,338 move in mag silver, where would that get us? Great. So that gets us up to $346 a share. Now that's more like it, and that's why, when you think about this, and like I say, it's not like crypto where, you can hold something for 18 months or 2 years and get these kind of 20, 30x gains. These are longer term plays. We've got to wait for the underlying asset to kind of play itself out. But the thing is, when silver flies, it'll fly like crypto, and it'll break out to 50 initially, it'll pull back, and then it'll break out to into the hundreds, and then it will kind of pull back, and then it will break out again, probably overshoot 170. And I'm more saying that it will end up being about 170 on average in a couple of years, so that's kind of my average number. So it could definitely spike higher, and when it spikes higher, that will cause these particular stocks to go absolutely parabolic. If anyone has followed, Riot blockchain or Argo blockchain or Marathon Patent Group, Hive blockchain, when Bitcoin broke out and went parabolic, they went, 5 times more parabolic, right? So this is the idea that, you're mining a core asset, whether it be Bitcoin, silver, gold. When that goes up in price by 2x, the mining stock goes up by, 3 or 4 times leverage on that, right? So this is why I'm banging on about these mining stocks to anyone that's going to listen, because where else are you going to put your money after you take it out of crypto, And I guess, for me, it helps me sleep at night knowing that I have a large amount of my profits from my Bitcoin miners that did go parabolic in stocks like this, that they've kind of been choppy and following the price of silver and not ready to break out. But I know for a fact that the move will happen. When the move in silver happens, the move in mag silver will happen. The move in a lot of my silver plays will happen, and it will be overnight, and it'll be really quick. And next thing you know, you blinked and you miss it. Everyone's FOMOing in, trying to catch and chase. And the best thing you can do right now is, while things are boring, while things are sideways, is to just chip away and build little positions and just turn away and sleep at night knowing that the silver price will go up. It is the only commodity that has not hit all-time highs since the 80s. it's not that it's manipulated, it's just it's depressed for a reason. Big banks, traders, they trade it and they keep it low because they're trying to manipulate the price to suit their buy it and sell it, buy it and sell it, take some things out of the profit. They're cutting off the top each way. They're buying it up and shorting it down, buying it up, shorting it down. And large volume trades based on the paper price of silver, eventually that will break out because the real price of silver is definitely not the paper price of silver. So that's where we're at. Mag Silver has a conservative long-term target. And, we're talking like 3 to 5, maybe 7 years. It will hit something in the range of 346. And that's not taking into account it proving out more ore bodies or finding other ore bodies in, other exploration zones or finding other things that can be mined in their existing tenements in Mexico, or buying back Reyna Silver, which they gave, sold a property to Reyna Silver once they prove out a body and buying it back off them to actually build a mine with Fresnillo or whatever, whatever's going to happen. So that doesn't include, those kind of just standalone bullish news where the amount of silver they has, So this projection is based on this one mine just going into production, staying into production, them doing nothing, and the silver price going up. So there is some mental things to come in the silver mining stocks, silver mining junior stocks, silver mining explorers, commodities in general, but silver is going to absolutely melt faces. It is going to melt faces even more than everything, even more than crypto, even more than anything. And the thing is that I just don't know how much it's going to melt faces because I've never been through this. But all I do is I listen to older people that were there in the 70s and the 80s when these things happened and they made so much money and they thought they were all pros, but in hindsight they were just a ship in the ocean when the breeze was blowing the right direction, right? And that's all I'm doing is putting a whole bunch of my yachts in the ocean, my ships in the ocean, to use the metaphor, and just waiting for the breeze to come, and then I'll ride that breeze out instead of at the moment, trying to jump ship and chase this and chase that and see which team's going faster and trying to get on board them, which is the best way to lose money. I'm just sitting there waiting for that big stormy breeze to come. When it comes, I'll be ready, and then I'll be ready to cross the finish line. I don't care if I'm first, second, third, fourth, fifth, 20th, because we're all going to finish, and we're all going to finish strong. We're all going to finish with a strong breeze behind us for those of us that have invested early enough, I think definitely buying things like this in March, scooping up those bargains would, it's going to completely make your portfolio ridiculously huge. But and the other thing is, it's not about holding these things from now until the very end. It's taking profits along the way, So I've got the 50 target, take a bit of profit then, it's going to pull back, maybe add a little bit, then 100 target, take a little bit then, pull back, maybe add a little bit then, So there's definitely, profit taking along the way. There's rotating, there's, adjustments that will happen. You might kind of silver go parabolic, go into some of the gold miners that are lagging behind, or go into some other plays that are lagging behind. So it'll be similar to crypto, where there's opportunities to rotate, and really kind of maximize your gains. So that's that. Mag Silver, using underlying assets to price leverage stocks or, leverage miners based on, when the underlying commodity goes up. And that's the kind of methods I'm looking at. That's what I'm looking at doing. There's no real other way to do it because this thing will be in price discovery the whole time. So I'm only being conservative based on those multiples. But the thing is, once silver's at 300, once silver's at 100 for Mag Silver, they are making thousands of % profit compared to their baseline, so $5 is cut even, $10 is double, $20 is quadruple, $40 is 8 times, it goes up and up and up and up and up. And the bank account in Mag Silver Corp and, Fresnillo and Pan American Silver and First Majestic Silver and all these fellas out there and ladies that are just mining silver, and the silver's going to go parabolic. These mining stocks are going to go absolutely parabolic with them. All right, if you like this stuff, and you know, like I say, you can use this for, you can use this for anything. It's the kind of, you could do this kind of same analysis with, Bitcoin chart versus, your favorite crypto chart. How far does it move when Bitcoin pumps? How far does it pull back when Bitcoin pulls back? Do divisions and whatever. So it's just an alternative way to do a bit of charting, a bit of guesswork. To give you some rough ballpark targets along the journey to cash out. So like the video if you will, please, and notification bell, all that sort of stuff. Subscribe, and I've been Jared. It's been Crypto Plan, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye now.